Hello everybody, welcome to the MCN for Friday. Here's Deadpool to impart some...
cured! I can't believe people get paid to do this.
What? Dude! Oh, you're cured. Oh.
Hello, and welcome to Deadpool TV. So Bob, tell me, if you had a superpower, what would it be?
None of your business.
Thank you. Thank you for your brave words. You really touched me. Next, do 4 out of 5 dentists really recommend your toothpaste? Well, 3 out of 7 scientists say maybe half the time. Find out on DPTV.
Okay, let's get on with the show, shall we? So I'm just going to brush over that and pretend that last thing didn't happen. Anyway, these are the champions as part of the final vote on Instagram. Get on the gram and do the voting. As a lot of you know, you can't do it through the wacky web version. You've got to do it via the mobile app. And it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a very tight one as well. That's what they said. Currently, well, this is not currently, but it keeps on kind of battling it out between Doctor Strange and Cyclops. This is, funny enough, this is actually the semi-final vote. Unfortunately, it's a two-horse race. As we did predict, the semi-final was going to be a two-horse race between Doctor Strange and Cyclops. Of the runt of the litters, Captain America and Black Bolt are occupying either an 8% or a 5%. And at the point of this still being taken, it was 1% in Doctor Strange's favour, with 7,000 people that have responded in a very short space of time, which is good. It's good to see that people have come out for that. I'm just going to do a quick update whilst I'm recording this segment right here. The current voting is, if I reload the page, is up to, it's gone way past 9,000, I'll tell you that much. Or is it 8,000? Let's double check. We are up to, oh no, it is 8,000, over 8,000. And we are at the moment equal. I don't think it's going to, is it going to zoom in? We have to turn it at an angle. But yeah, it's, no, it's not going to focus. Joys of joys. But anyway, I can tell you it's 43% all around. So it could go either which way for it. Make sure to go and vote, especially if you like Doctor Strange and you like Cyclops. Well, to be honest, they're going to be the final two. And then when we get into the final, I think it's going to be a very tight one. And surprises could see Cyclops. I'm saying a surprise could come in. Kind of want Doctor Strange. Kind of want Cyclops. We don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be exciting nevertheless. Also, don't know if you saw Season 21 is going to have a slight change to it in the Gladiator circuit. So Kabam said, after discussion, we've decided to change high energy diet to bolster energy 3 since it's better. As you can see there, it's better. Better reflects the design intent for the season. With this shift, your champions who deal energy damage on their basic and special attacks will continue to perform well as long as they aren't inflicting energy based debuffs or passives on their opponent. Developers note it is important to note that Reinvigorate Unblockable does not interact with a burst of regeneration gained from vital strikes, and so that gives you a bit of an update there. I still have not done a Battlegrounds Season 21 meta video yet. I want to get Season 20 done. I've got so much to farm in Battlegrounds before it ends because I am behind with the grind in life. But yeah, so there's going to be that particular change. Other than that, I don't think there's any other updates to that. It's just for forewarning and planning. I think a lot of you will be more intrigued with kind of like who you're setting up, who goes in and stuff. But use off-season to test out champions. But will it change? Will it allow you to test in Gladiator circuit style? I don't think so. So that may be a slight issue there. But maybe the friendlies will give you the chance to test against the metas. We'll have to see how this new off-season Battlegrounds works when it drops in on Wednesday of next week. Now onto the Kabam team, the community team. As you know, Kabam are trying to improve the community team as they've come into it kind of blind since the departure of Kabam Mike and Kabam Jax. And of course, Summer's a bit of an iffy time because people are off on holiday. Thought this was an interesting response from Pinwheel, and I thought, because Pinwheel is new and Dave is back to help, what was being said, how they kind of like, doing and stuff. As Pinwheel says here, I'm sure many others. Thank you to many others for asking for the forums to be tidied. It's been a bit of a process finding my footing and getting used to what needs to go where, which levers to pull, and when to make everything appear as it should. I think a lot of us have noticed the way that like MCOC team posts and some of the announcements and some of the other stuff isn't appearing, and stuff like isn't as tidy as it once were. I've now gone and pruned some of the older pinned posts and pinned some of the newer ones that should have been pinned from the start. Hopefully this helps with keeping track of this info. With regards to bug responses, because I think a lot of us want to find out answers to questions, definitely work on more responsive and organized in that regard. We do pass on a lot of stuff to the game team, but I 100% understand that without confirmation from us that effect, you'll have no way of knowing that will work to improve there. As for many interesting, mostly good, and some of out there game suggestions, we'll definitely be reviewing those. I'm gathering them up on a list and Dork, and I will review them separately from the feedback and how we're doing to pass along to the game team. So hopefully, again, that kind of goes back to the game team. We get an idea from the player base coming up with ideas. I don't think a lot of them will actually go back to the game team, especially when it comes to a lot of game design stuff, because a lot of it, well, will they take on? You'd like to hope that they take on board some of the stuff that people have ideas wise, because and people may say, well, you're just some person playing the game. True, but we're the community that have kept this game alive for 10 years. Could have killed it off back in 2016. Myself and many others could have been the catalyst to kind of see the game off with the 12.0 situation, but we didn't. We still love the game. It's just a case of people in this community have good ideas. Kabam, it's up to them whether they take on any of the ideas, and especially, do you want to see that involvement? Is that something that a games developer will do nowadays? Not so much. But it's always nice to see that there's going to be stuff passed on to the game team. It's just whether or not they take into consideration anything being said. We'll have to see. Okay, we move on to a very important topic, and that is lag. So you're going to see in a moment when the screen pauses. That's it there, and there, and there, and there, and there. We're still paused. That's lag. That is lag right there. A lot of players are experiencing this issue at the moment, where you just see like your champion just lag in place, and of course the enemy Spider-Man lag in place as well. This always gives me like vibes that there's always something else amiss. Is this device specific? Is this kind of like interacting with Kabam? What is the story here with it? And it's just a bit kind of worrying in all actuality. Also, when you see a lot of players saying they're experiencing exactly the same thing. Here's many examples here on X where people are saying that they're experiencing really bad lag since the latest update. It's something that Kabam are looking into and are tracking, but of course the pace of that and dealing with it is probably not going to be there to where you would like. So this particular Discord, bug report has been, reporting that. And Pinwheel did get involved to say we've had reports over the last couple of days. The team is looking into it, but I don't have any more info to share right now. This is, again, a bit scary. I think a lot of players have experienced lag over various devices. Someone pointing out here to an iPhone 14 Pro Max, iPad Air 3 generation. But it could be more widespread. It could be on a multitude of different types of devices, not just Apple-based ones, but Android as well. We just don't know at the moment, and it's definitely something that is just making it borderline unplayable now. And that sucks, because I know a lot of people wanted to do Crucible when it went live. They wanted to do the Summer of Suffering. They will be suffering, I'll tell you that. But it's just not good, is it? It's just not great. There is a thread opened about this, and I think there's actually quite a few threads open about this, but this is, and I don't know whether or not they'll merge into place. Someone's not happy. Fix your effing game, man. Cost me numerous Battlegrounds matches. That's where it sucks. That's where it's really bad, when it's our reliance is on a game that has a PvP VE mechanic, but look, if you lose, it's just so unfair, isn't it? It just makes it really unpleasant, and I can't explore Act 8 with this, let alone rest of they're throwing in the game right now, and there's a lot of stuff in game right now. I'm kind of like, I'm desperately trying to kind of catch up with stuff. If you do have devices you're playing on, let Kabam know, because that's so important as well. Demands compensation from Kabam. It's probably playing on a 10-year-old. Well, no, I think there's someone else that says like iPhone 14. iPhone 14 is very recent. It's always important to read, isn't it? iPhone XR and an iPhone 13. I'm playing the game on an iPhone 11, and it's not great. It's never been great. Compatibility with devices, consistency with compatibility on various devices. It's just been a big issue with MCOC. Whereas I don't know if you play other games, other mobile games, with that consistency of going, oh, I've got a 10-year device that plays this game or that game with no issues. I mean, from a PC standpoint, yes, it's not a mobile, but I am playing. My PC has got a graphics card 10. It's GeForce 1080, I think. So old, honestly. But it runs Marvel Rivals fine. And Marvel Rivals, they're saying, yeah, especially if you run it with the is it 1490? GeForce graphics card 1490. I got a 3090 in another device, which I need to kind of then sort out. But look, compatibility issue, problem, lag. Yes. When will it be sorted? Don't know. Is Kabam aware of it? Yes. Hopefully an update at some stage in the last week. Towards the end of this week, and hopefully by Monday. But don't hold your breath, because we've been here before. Unless we have to wait for a hotfix, or we have to wait for a new update. And unfortunately, a new update will probably be like the first week of September. Anyway, that's been it for the video. Thank you very much for watching. Check out some other content located on screen. And that's you up to date with all the stuff that's going around in the community at the moment. Have a lovely day, and goodbye for now.